efficiently pull you there. Jesus, really got to stay on the throttle. Hear that? Fucking hell, boys, that are gunshots. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going for a drive in a Mk1 Focus RS. Yes, you heard me right. Believe it or not, I'm trying to film on these for a very, very long time, and I don't know how any of you guys have not got hold of me. So it's actually taken for Ricky to go and buy one to actually go for a drive. So let's get straight into it. So we've got to start at the exterior, lads, and I mean, come on, is that not an angle on that car? To some people it may look ordinary, maybe just a sporty Focus, but for me, like, mainly the arches, like, it reminds me of like the E30s and even the 1M coupes. Just got that old school look to it, man. Like, as you start moving around, it can look a bit normal, but I think she looks very special. And I've always said to myself that if I had a collection away from YouTube, this is a car that would make that collection. But nothing to do with the branding, the heritage, the history, just simply the looks. You know, a lot of us go by looks in life, whether it's the missus, a partner, whatever it is. It's not good, but you know what I'm trying to say, looks first, right? And for me, I just love the looks. Look at the arches, man, they really do stick out, and some angles just look beautiful. We've got the vents in the front bumper. The car is finished in Imperial Blue. This is the only colour that the Mk1 RS came in. Only 4,500 of these were ever built. Roughly 2,000 or just over 2,000 were brung to the UK. God knows how many are left on the road, but front wheel drive, 2-litre turbocharged engine. I think there were some forged internals like the con rods, so they were pretty strong. They could take a bit of power. This one is modified. 212 horsepower from factory, around 230 foot-pounds of torque. 0 to 60 was about 5.9 seconds. Top speed was 143 miles per hour. As you can imagine, the car being front wheel drive, it's going to be a bit of a handful. It did have a Quaife LSD from factory. The suspension was stiffened and lowered over the normal Focus, of course. And as I say, this car does have some extra modifications. First, you can see that big AirTech intercooler. It's got upgraded fuel pump, upgraded injectors. It's tuned by JamSport, bringing power to around 370 horsepower. Remember, this thing only weighs 1,275 kilos, so the power to weight would be a lot closer to your modern hatches than you'd think. So, you know, even at 212 horsepower, I'm sure the sensor speed would be kind of there, and especially it being front wheel drive. And obviously these old school front wheel drive cars like the Renault 5s, they were known for torque steer and moving around and feeling a bit crazy. You know, they're not built as sturdy as obviously modern 2020 cars, so you know, you're talking almost double the horsepower that this car came from factory. You know it's going to be fast. So yeah, we've got like obviously a different bumper. We've got the Brembo brakes, you can see the calipers there, 324mm drilled and grooved discs on the front. On the rear we have the 280mm discs. If anyone is interested in the modifications on this vehicle, just head over to LLF Games website and you'll see the full specification. I don't think I mentioned, I actually bought this car for my company LLF Games, which means somebody's going to be winning this for £8, and the live draw is either today or tomorrow. I'll be revealing them on the LLF Games Facebook at 10:30. So yeah, you still have a chance of winning the car. Quickly have a look in the interior. So we've got the 5-speed manual gearbox. This is a short ratio gearbox. You can see we've got this blue and black theme. We've got the Sparco bucket style seats there, leather and Alcantara through the center. You can see we've got RS here. We've got CD player, air conditioning, and we've got this blue and black steering wheel over here with the RS on the speedo over here as well. You can see down there we've got this green button is how you start the car, so it has engine start, and over here you can see we've got the plaque number 3491. This car does also have an immobilizer, so it's got some extra security for anyone that wants to try steal it. So yeah, we're gonna hit the road. I have driven this car once or twice already. I've had to make the content obviously for Instagram, but this will be like a first impressions on this vehicle. So yeah, let's go. Right, Mk1 RS, you know. Let me just show you how this thing sounds. Literally WRC, man. Man, it's very, very powerful, man. The power's thick. It doesn't just, you know, efficiently pull you there. A bit of an animal, man, 100%. And instant wheel spin, 370 brake horsepower. Kicks in around 3,500 RPM. Initially it feels a bit laggy, like there's nothing, but when it comes on, it's really explosive. It's got a JamSport tune, very well known in the Ford game. I'm sure that it's going to be a good tune, but we've got a really greasy road right now. and it is literally skipping across the road. Not sure of the tyres, but one thing to note is this car sounds sick. Oh my god, don't tell me to block my room. It's a front wheeler, yeah, we've got the quave diff, but there's torques there, man. You know, these old school cars, they're a lot lighter, so the power to weight's really high. And you know, sense of speed in the cabin feels extremely fast. Numbers wise, under a stopwatch, probably not that fast, but Jesus, you really got to stay on the throttle. I like the way the body responds to the steering as well. It's a really well balanced car underneath. Although we've got the torque steering, it is gonna, I don't know about understeering, like I say, it's with the power, it's just, let's give it a first. Just spins up, boy. Yeah, this is an aggressive turbo, boy. Jesus, look at that. Yeah, this is it's definitely a quick car, and I'm not just saying it because it's a giveaway car, I'm trying to sell tickets. It is a bit of a monster. 370 horsepower, 1275 kilos, front wheel drive. We're not forward drive, so we ain't got the drivetrain loss on like some of these Golf Rs. And of course, these older cars are probably not as well built as the new cars. You know, the new cars feel a bit numb. So there's a lot of sense of speed in this cabin, man. It feels a little bit scary, but it's obviously not going to be helped with a greasy road, is it? Sick. Just fed it in then. That sounds sick. Are you hearing this? With the window down, that sounds like fucking a rally car style, you know what I'm saying? Rev matchings, you really got to sort of get on the throttle. Jesus Christ. This is the first time I've had a like, proper little drive in this. Come on, is that not one of the better sounding turbocharged cars, guys? So apparently there are some sort of forged internals in this car, like the con rods are forged. Not sure what other bits. 2 litre Duratec. We've got the Garrett. It's a G25 or GT25, which has obviously now been upgraded. That lag. 3,000 RPM, about 3.5. Fucking hell. When it comes on, it's very explosive. Tuned by Jam Sport. It's in mint condition, you know, 85,000 miles on the clock. These cars are what, £20,000 when they were new? This car is still worth £20,000. Some of them go for more than 20 grand. I think one was in an auction with obviously very low miles, went for like 75,000, 80,000 pounds. This is definitely a collector's car, do you know what I mean? This is a car that's going to only increase in value. But I mean, listen to that. It's not tramlining, it's just torques there, literally torques there. It's got the 5-speed close ratio gearbox, the selector's nice and tall. And we've got a shift light as well that comes on, telling me when to shift. Obviously, flat at the throttle, look, spinning through third. Wow, what a monster. The steering wheel's nice and thin, you get a nice grip on it. The only problem is, I've just noticed with focuses, like I own the Mark II Focus ST, and you don't get the best driving position in these cars. Like, I'm sure my Mark II used to sit too high, like the rails needed to be sat lower. I feel like I'm sitting a little too high. You do get used to it. Like, jumping out my M140, I notice it immediately, but I do know it probably just take a couple of hours or maybe even a day to just readjust, recalibrate my body. And also the wheel is pretty big. Hear that? Fucking hell, boys, getting out gunshots. So here we've got like electric windows, we've got air conditioning. Down here we've got like an aluminium finish on the handbrake, aluminium finish on the gear stick. We've got RS emblems all over the cabin. It's in really good condition, and I mean, driving on this road now, it doesn't feel too bumpy, you know. Why is it that BP still don't have 99 run? What's their slogan? Fucking ultimate? I don't even know. They give it the big one with the slogans and that, but they ain't got 99 run. You've really got to get on the revs. Obviously the turbo has been modified, so it is slightly laggier than usual, and you do need to feed it in. You know, this is going to test you as a driver, you know. It's not your typical four-wheel drive car. Even rear-wheel drive cars, I would say, handle better in general, but front wheelers, you got to know what you're doing. You got to know how to be patient with the throttle. Steering's nice, very nice. It's not numb, but it's not too sharp. Yeah, just in the middle, lads. Clutch is nice, obviously it's upgraded. We've got upgraded injectors, upgraded fuel pumps. So obviously it's going to drink a little bit more than a stock RS. But like now, look, we're not driving fast. We're just brushing through the gears, and you can feel the chassis, the car itself. You can feel it is a good handling car. It sounds so sick. It's like in a straight line. It's like the wheels are going sideways like this. Have a listen. Really got to press the revs to get it going. Flat. But yeah, I mean, guys, I'm definitely a massive rear-wheel drive fan, massive all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive fan. But front-wheel drive cars, I don't know what it is, man. Like, I just rate them, innit? I just feel like you've got to be a bit more of a better driver. I feel like they reward you a bit more because you have to control the throttle, man. I know numbers-wise, throwing power is probably the wrong thing to do with front-wheel drive cars, but like the way it fucking, no, this is a fast car. Sorry if I've said it how many times, but it really is. Like, don't be confused. This is a little savage on boost. So guys, I'm going to end the video there. As always, if you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, sorry it wasn't anything too in-depth. I like the first impressions, the sort of first drive. It's a bit more natural, you know. I haven't got a massive Ford history. I tried to do a little research on a bit of the spec, but yeah, it's an awesome car, mint condition, 85k, full service history, just been serviced. And as I mentioned earlier, someone's going to be winning this car Sunday at 10:30. I'm going to be live on my LLF Games Facebook, and I'll be revealing the winner. It could be one of you guys watching right now. £8, someone's winning this car, yeah. M140 content, loads of that to come. I'm going to be revealing the big project we're going to be doing on that car, a Hellcat first drive. I've got some other bits that I need to sort of speak to you about as well, but I'm ending it there. Till next time.
Right or a left turn, Lamborghini made the heads turn. Enough fuel for the next journey. Man's wheels spinning, got the heads turning. Exhaust smoke like a fire burning. Just bought a bin, my man's buying German. Park where I want, didn't buy a permit. Wanna join the team, then buy a jersey. Full tank full of gas lead. We on